From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Hello, friends. Thanks for joining us this morning. It is Tuesday, February 13th.
We're going to talk situationships. Do you know what that is? Stay with us. Let's get started.
It's not anything you ever think about.
4 bodies found inside a home in this quiet neighborhood in San Mateo. How a welfare check led to the horrific discovery.
The heart really hurts right now. And I'm hoping me going there and being able to help out is a way to at least alleviate some of that hurt or feel like I'm doing something.
A local doctor heads to the war zone in Gaza, his inspiring mission, as he leaves his family here in the Bay Area behind.
To Mr. Garvey, the gravest threat that we have to our democracy is Donald Trump.
The leading candidates for California's coveted Senate seat battle it out for the second time.
Keep your head up. Things are coming back next year. I believe the 49ers will be back, Super Bowl champions 2025.
And despite a soul-crushing Super Bowl loss, the faithful bouncing back to support the Niners.
It still stings, Reed. It still stings. You know, just spending the whole week in Las Vegas and getting excited for the big game and then for it to end like that. It was a great, great fight, though. So I'm just cheering on for the Niners still. But wow.
Yeah, a little ouch. We were invested. We are invested. It's a relationship. It is not a situationship with the Niners.
What is it?
It is faithful. All right.
You're
So
right.
I'm Reed Cowan. Nicole Zalumis has the day off today. Let's go outside right now. Take a deep breath. We are still absorbing the loss over the weekend. And so to make it better, we just look up to the sky. Is that making it better?
It does make it better. That's actually quite pretty.
Okay.
It takes the sting away just a tad bit there, Reed.
And so, but then the rain's going to come and you can get all up in your 49er feelings over the weekend. Let's talk to Jess about that.
Because the sky is crying too. The sky is clearly Niner fans, and they're like, no.
I know, you're right. The sky's definitely crying after a sad, sad Super Bowl Sunday here in the Bay Area. But you know what's interesting is we're starting off this morning dry throughout most of our areas. We're waking up to the 40s and upper 30s throughout the Bay. And heading into this afternoon, daytime highs are topping off in the upper 50s, lower 60s. Pretty similar to yesterday when you look out the window, just with a little bit more cloud coverage into the afternoon and evening hours tonight. And the reason why is because more rain is right around the corner heading into our Valentine's Day forecast tomorrow. Gentlemen, in case you forgot, yes, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And if you had an outdoor reservation, you're probably going to want to call the restaurant and say, let's do something inside instead. Here's the reason why. Heading into our forecast tomorrow, an area of low pressure moves in from offshore, and that's going to bring in a series of showers into the evening hours tomorrow night, and it tapers off for our Thursday forecast. But once we head into this weekend, there's more rain right around the corner. So I'm here to time it all out for you within the next 10-15 minutes or so. I'll give you the whole painted picture so you're prepared before you head out the door. Now, this is what it's looking like for us this morning. We saw some light drizzle moving in from offshore along our coastline, along the peninsula, but for the rest of us, it's been dry, and it will stay dry for us today. It's not until tomorrow where we see those chances of showers increase. It decreases for Thursday as we catch a break and a breath of fresh air, and then it's back-to-back atmospheric river events once again as we head into this weekend, and I want to time that out for you in just a bit. Gianna?
Thanks, Jess. Let's talk about the roadways right now as you get ready to head out the door and make that drive across some of our Bay Area bridges. Live look here at the San Mateo Bridge, and you can see it's slow. It's crowded for that ride heading over towards 101. So no crashes through here. That's the good news, but certainly a lot of brake lights. Now, here's the positive. 880 actually looks pretty good both directions here. This is really close to the Coliseum, not too far from that Hagenberger exit. Now, the problem is when you're heading south of here, working your way from Hayward down into Fremont, that's where you're really going to be tapping those brake lights. Let's talk about that East Bay commute. South 680, seeing some building of traffic there as you head towards 24. And if you're taking 24 to the Maze over towards the Bay Bridge, well, that's already getting busy as well this morning. Reed.
All right, well, developing this morning, a story we feel we need to give you some warning about before we get into it. The details on this one are difficult. So neighbors to a tragedy in San Mateo County are reeling after learning police found 4 people, including 2 4-year-olds, dead inside their home. Some of them told our Lauren Toms about a disturbing discovery and a sound that they heard right before police arrived.
Ron has lived in this sleepy San Mateo neighborhood a long time. He says crime isn't usually top of mind.
We've lived here 27 years, raised a daughter here, used to play at Beresford Park, right down the street, and it's not anything you ever think about.
That changed Monday morning when 4 people, including 2 4-year-old children, were found dead in their home. Investigators have been tight-lipped about what happened, but neighbors like Ron are shocked.
When you hear it's an entire family, mother, father, 2 minor children, of course your mind starts to go to a place of what tragic event happened.
San Mateo police have so far said someone called them asking to check the home on Alameda de las Pulgas. When they got there around 9:15, they found all 4 people dead inside. Neighbors say they heard what sounded like gunshots before then, but police wouldn't talk about the adults or children who died and didn't say if or how they are related.
We have not ruled out anything. That's why we are here, and we're doing everything we can to rule out or confirm or do anything. So everything is still under investigation, and we'll stay here until we get those questions answered.
Police did insist they're not searching for suspects and that there is no threat to the public. Longtime neighbors like Kathy walk down this street almost every day and likely will never look at it the same way.
I think they always decorate the house for Halloween.
Even with few details to offer, police were clear that what did happen was both unusual and awful.
Horrible and tragic call. Not many people get calls like this and have to respond to this. So this is not a normal call for anyone. It's tragic for the family, the community, the officers, everyone involved.
Expect to learn more about the identities of the victims a little later today. Gianna.
Thank you, Reed. Well, breaking news right now. This morning, the U.S. Senate has passed a $95 billion foreign aid package, setting up a showdown in the House. Now, the package includes billions of dollars to support Ukraine and Israel, as well as humanitarian aid for civilians in Gaza and the West Bank. Yesterday, House Speaker Mike Johnson criticized the legislation over its lack of border security provisions. Now, the Biden administration is pushing for another hostage deal and ceasefire in the Middle East as Israel continues its assault on southern Gaza. Yesterday, Biden met with King Abdullah of Jordan. The two leaders agreed that if Israel continues its military operation in the southern Gaza city of Rafah, the country must ensure the safety of more than 1 million displaced people sheltering there. Now, their warning came the same day Israel rescued 2 hostages in the southern region, while also killing dozens of Palestinians in the raid. Now, the death toll in Gaza is inspiring people here in the Bay Area to offer some help. Yesterday, a Bay Area doctor decided to risk his own life, hopping on a plane to head into the war-torn region. Kenny Choi shows us the driving force behind the mission as he leaves behind his wife and 2 young children.
These are the final moments together for Dr. Mohammed Soubey and his family before he embarks on an uncertain and dangerous 5-week medical mission to Gaza.
If I'm not going to do it, who's going to do it?
Soubey came to the U.S. as a Palestinian refugee when he was 7 years old. He's a Stanford-educated emergency room doctor who's been looking to join a non-governmental organization offering medical aid in the ever-growing humanitarian crisis.
The heart really hurts right now. And I'm hoping me going there and being able to help out is a way to at least alleviate some of that hurt or feel like I'm doing something.
The Saratoga resident has volunteered for missions before. The World Health Organization says there have been more than 300 attacks on healthcare facilities in Gaza since the start of the war. This will be Soubey's first one to Gaza.
I'm not afraid of death. I'm more concerned about my journey in this life and being held to account at the end of the day, being able to say, I give it 100%.
Well, half of me is kind of nervous about it because he might get hurt or not come back. But half of me is kind of honored because he literally gets to go to, where it's happening and just help people.
Holding back tears, his youngest son, 7-year-old Mahed, clutched his father tightly. His mother, Naima, is embracing the life lesson he's giving his children.
As a family, this value is very important to us, is the idea that we're not living in this world just for ourselves and our own family. We're a part of humanity.
The tragedy that we're witnessing in front of our own eyes, they don't have much help from the rest of the world. They need all the help they deserve, and he is willing to offer that help. It makes me proud of him.
We see babies being pulled out of rubble, bodies being torn into pieces, and a heart that's hurting is a heart that's alive, and I hope everybody is awake and alive and awake to the atrocities.
Soubey is grateful to those praying for him. He's hoping others will ask themselves a question.
Give a moment to reflect on what your life's purpose is today. and not get caught up in the pomp and glitter of this life.
As Sube says goodbye, a new journey is about to begin.
In our Muslim faith, we believe that if one were to save one life, if a human were to save one life, it's as if he or she has saved all of humanity.
Saving lives, inspiring his boys, and bringing some hope to a dark place of suffering.